In this video, we're going to take a look at percent application, and we're going to use that to find the missing whole amount in the problem. So again, sometimes we're given information and we have to determine the whole. So in these problems, the whole is what is going to be missing in our proportion. So in setting up a percent proportion, just a few things that we need to remember is that the number with the percent sign is going to always go here, and the denominator there is always going to be 100 because that's what represents the percent. And then the part is a lot of times represented by the word is, and the whole is a lot of times represented by the word of. And in this case, that's the part that's going to be missing in these problems. So here we have 12 is 20% of what number? So again, 20% means that we've got 20 over 100 because that's what represents my percent. And then it says 12 is. So that means the part is always represented by the word is. So 12 would go here. And again, the whole is represented by the word of, and it says of what number. So that means we are looking for the whole in this case. So again, cross multiply 12 times 100. That gets me 1,200. And then I take my 1,200 and I divide it by the 20 that's left up here. And that gets me 60. And so my whole amount in this problem would be 60. In this situation, I've got 35%. So we represent by 35 over 100. And then again, it says 28 is. So that means my 28 goes here. And it says of what number? And so that represents my whole. And so that's the amount that I'm looking for. So again, I'm going to cross multiply my 28 multiplied by 100. And that gets me 2,800. And then I take my 2,800 and I divide it by this 35 up here. And that gets me a total of 80. And so the whole amount in this problem would be 80. So here we have 84 is 42% of what number? So again, I have my 42%. So that's 42 over 100. And then again, it says 84 is. So that puts my 84 here. And then it says of what number? So that means I am looking for the whole amount that is missing. So again, cross multiply 84 multiplied by 100. And that gets me 8,400. And then I take my 8,400 and I divide that by my 42 up here. And when I do that, I get 200. So the whole amount in this problem would be 200. So in this problem, again, I have my 80%, which is represented by 80 over 100. And then I have here 32 is. So I would have my 32 here. And here it says of what number. And so I'm looking for the whole amount that's missing in this problem. So again, I take my 32, multiply by 100, get 3,200. Take my 3,200 and I divide it by the 80 that's there. And that gets me a total of 40. So the whole that is missing here is 40. So here I have a story problem, and we're going to do the same thing again with this. It says at Paulson Middle School, 75% of the sixth grade class is making a B or higher. If there are 21 students making a B or higher, how many students are in the class? So here it says how many students are in the class. So that is my whole amount because it is the whole class. So here's my 75%, which would be 75 over 100. And again, I'm looking for the whole because it says then how many students are in the class. And it says 21 students are making a B or higher. And so that is my part. So again, I cross multiply. 21 multiplied by 100 gives me 2,100. And I take my 2,100 and I divide it by my 75 there. And that gets me 28. And so my answer is 28 students. And again, I need to make sure I have my label there. A 20% off sale is going on, making a pair of jeans $9.60. What was the full price of the jeans? Well, again, here it says 20% off. So that means I'm taking off the price 20%. So the actual amount that I'm paying would be 80%. So this is what I'm going to use for my percent. And so I would have 80%, which is 80 over 100. And it says, what is the full price of the jeans? So that's the whole amount here. And so that's what I'm trying to find. And after I take the sale price, that gives me $9.60. So $9.60 would go there. Cross multiply here. So $9.60 multiplied by 100. That gives me 960. And then I take 960, divide it by my 80, and that gets me a total of 12. And so the jeans on full price were $12. Trisha scored 56% on her science test. If she got 14 problems correct, then how many questions were on the test? So again, here's my percent. So 56% would be represented by 56 over 100 equals, and then how many questions were on the test. So that is my whole amount. The total number of questions on the test makes up the whole test. So that's what I'm trying to find here. And then it says if she got 14 problems correct, well, here's my 14 problems correct. And so I take my 14 multiplied by my 100, and that gives me 1,400. And then I take my 1,400 and I divide it by my 56, which is right here. And that gets me a total of 25. So there are 25 total questions on the science test. Donnie completed 85% of his field goal attempts last season. If he made 17 field goals, then how many did he attempt? The first thing I'm going to look at here is my 85%. So 85% is represented by 85 over 100. So now I need to look here. It says he made 17 field goals. Well, that's only part of them. It doesn't tell me how many he missed. It just says he made 17. So that's my part. And then it says how many did he attempt? That would be my whole amount. That's all he did. Missed, made, everything. So that's what I'm trying to find here. So again, cross multiply. 17 multiplied by 100 gives me 1,700. And then I divide my 1,700 divided by my 85 here. And that gets me a total of 20. So Donnie attempted 20 field goals.